Hey guys, so today we're actually talking about the actual invite. What do I say? Who do I invite? Here's where reach outs are super important. It's why you will hear me preach about reach outs forever because they are us being light in other people's lives, us adding sunshine to other people's lives, and it will come back. It will bless your life 100-fold by doing this. Now, I will tell you right off the bat, if you are talking to people and you do not truly care for them, if you truly do not love them, and if you truly do not care about what they have to say back, this will backfire. Your business will not be blessed if you use this manipulatively only to sell challenge packs. So there's the bold Lori coming out letting you know that this is not a tactic or a technique to get more sales. It is a way that has blessed my life because I have had so many people that I have been connected to and now have been honored to have as friends. And it is because of this. And so that's my warning. That being said, reach outs are important because we are so connected via social media and yet we're so lonely. I mean, when was the last time somebody really sat down and said, tell me what's going on in your life? And then zipped it. I didn't talk about their life and they let you talk. When we set out a reach out, I like to kind of keep this acronym in the back of my head, just kind of to keep myself organized because there's so much going on in my head with the 3 kids probably running around crazy behind me. But I like to think of form, family, occupation, recreation, and then the message. When you're talking to them, find out what their family's like. Find out who they are and you know, are they married? How long have they been married? How many kids do they have? Find out about their family. Find out about their occupation. Are they a stay-at-home mom? What do they love about being a stay-at-home mom? Do they have to work outside the house? You know, what do they love about their job? How long have they been in their job? Finding out more about what they do and how they, it's great to learn a little bit more about their personality and who they are. And then what do they like to do for fun? You know, what are their plans for this weekend, for spring break, for summer, that sort of thing. Here's the deal. Beachbody programs work for anybody, but not everybody works in a challenge group and not everybody works with a Beachbody program. You might find out that you're talking to somebody and you might think that they were going to be the perfect candidate for a challenge group, but they love going to their Zumba classes, or they live on the top floor apartment and they have a really cranky neighbor underneath, you know, so obviously doing max 30 is not going to be a great option for them. But we do always have Shakeology or some other solution like financial abilities. And so through these, you're listening for their strengths. What are they good at? Do they love people? Do they hate people? Do they love their job? What is it that they love about their job? Do they like processes and do they like having a schedule? You know, you're learning more about their personality through this process and you're listening for their needs. You know, what are their goals? I'd love to travel this summer, but I can't get the time off from my work. You know, oh my gosh, I love playing with my kids, you know, but I just haven't been able to really feel motivated. Just this winter's just drabby and blah. And I don't know, you're listening for things that we have a solution for. And then when I hear that, I don't like continue on this conversation that, you know, I'm not trying to be manipulative. I mean, you know, you've been in the situation where you're waiting for them to say something, you know that there's an agenda behind the conversation. And so when I hear something that I have a solution for, I kind of stop the conversation so that way that it doesn't feel like I'm dragging this out and I'm like, oh, by the way, I have this great opportunity. I just say, hey, really? You love to travel, but you're not able to because of your job? You know, have you ever thought about doing what I do as a coach? That's a great question. I'll have to do a video about how to invite people to coaching because a lot of people are like, what do you do? I don't know what it is you do. But it's a great way to connect with people, find out who they are, what they want, what their goals are, and learn what their needs are, and then you're able to invite them. Some of the ways, here's some of the ways I just do inviting. I say, hey, you know what? You know, I heard that I connect a lot with runners. I hear that you're having a hard time, you know, in the wintertime trying to push a stroller. I got a lot of moms we're working out, we're cross-training to make sure we can start the season off right. Can I send you some details on the workouts we're doing? Or if I'm talking to somebody and they're loving their job, but they are just feeling really tired, I say, hey, you know what? I don't know if this is for you, but I've got a group and we're really motivated, we're really supportive. A lot of people are working long hours, and you know what? We're doing workouts. I don't know. I always kind of not discredit the group, but I'm like, you know, I don't know if it's for you, but can I send you details on what we're doing and maybe have you be, surrounded by some positive people that are working your same hours but still able to get their workouts in. You know, just something that relates the challenge group to them and how it's going to help them in their needs. And then when they say yes, I love some more information, I go to the permission process, which there's a video on that. Sometimes I do send out completely random, hey, you know what? It's not like I haven't talked to you for 20 years. Don't send people invites that you haven't talked to in 20 years. But I'm like, hey, you know what? I know this is completely random, but we're starting this group. It's an accountability group of moms working out, and you know, I've really enjoyed the conversation and catching up with you. You're on my mind, and so I thought I'd ask if I can send some details over. Yeah, something as simple as that. And addressing it, be like, this is completely out of the blue, but since we've been chatting, you're on my mind, and we're starting this group. I don't know if it'd be all right if I could send you some details on it. I mean, seriously, just, would you like some details? It's not saying, hey, do you want to be a part of it? Because that's a commitment question. But hey, you know what? We've been chatting, got this group starting. Can I send you some details on it because you're on my mind? That sort of thing. So it's really, it doesn't have to be scary. It's just simply asking if you can send some information. Here's the deal. Here's the technical side of invites and the technical side of reach outs. When you're connecting with people, when you're talking to them in private messages, when you are connecting with them through reach outs, Facebook has what's called a Facebook affinity. The people you see on your newsfeed are the people that you're interacting with most recently. You know, if you join this challenge or this coach group, you might notice that all of a sudden you got a lot of coach posts up in your newsfeed all of a sudden from people who now are your friends. That's how Facebook works. Facebook shows you the things of people that you're most interested in. And so when you start sending out these reach outs and you're doing 5, 10, 15 a day, and you're having these conversations via private message, Facebook sees that and your affinity with that person is higher. And so their stuff is going to show up in your newsfeed and your stuff is going to show up in their newsfeed. So you're talking with somebody, and then the next day you post about how you have this awesome mom who just lost 5 pounds in your online fitness accountability group, and you're looking for 2 more moms who want to do that. That's going to show up in their newsfeed. And so by doing these reach outs, you are connecting with people, and it is actually technically Facebook will have you guys connect, and more things that you're doing shows up with them. Sometimes I even just take a moment and say, okay, everybody with the last name B, I'll go and I'll look and I'll click like on some of their pictures, comment on things that I like on their Facebook page, and that connects our affinity even more. And so there is a technical Facebook mumbo jumbo wording, but that's where the reach outs really help, because you're connecting to people and then they're seeing what you're up to. And if you're connecting with somebody who you haven't talked to in 20 years and you say, oh my gosh, your kids are so adorable, look at those eyes, look at those smiles, it looks like motherhood is treating you wonderful right now, or it looks like life is treating you wonderful right now, what are you up to? Well, they're going to ask you what you're up to as well, and I guarantee you they're going to check out and see what you're up to on your Facebook profile. So make sure that you are sharing, again, on your social media who you are, the last 5 things you want them to see, who you are, and make sure it's a good description of you. But that also helps, because that really has helped me, because I start sending people in or messages saying, hey, how are you doing? Doing great. You know what? You're doing really cool stuff with working out. What is it that you're doing? Or, you know what, I've even had some of these reach outs where I said, hey, how are you doing? I've been thinking about you. You're on my mind. And I seriously am just thinking about who can use a smile today. And I send them a message, and I've had a lot of messages back saying, I've been following you. You're so inspirational. I wish I could do what you did. Really? Well, would you want to check out more information about my group? A lot of times people just don't know how to approach you or know how it works, or know that they can ask you about a challenge group. So This video's gone on long enough, but if you have any more questions about how to send out invites, let me know and I can help out. I would love for you today to think about 5 people you can send an invite to and post an invite to the comments so that I can look them over and kind of help you learn how to make that work, and that way then you can start sending them off and rocking some awesome invites to our challenge group.